diving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello. Sorry, I was writing to somebody. I am live. There we go. All right, now I'll have to do some sharing. I have no topic, but I think I have one now. I think you have no legs. Oh no. What happened to your legs? Did I send something to you that said something about legs? Okay, no. All right, I'm lost. I'm already lost. I'm already lost. You got to let me know. All right. I'm surprised nobody said anything about the shirt yet. All right. Because I'm wearing a button. Usually when I wear a button up shirt, people are like, oh, looking good. Looking. It's like, what? I'm not looking good anyway. What? I went to court with somebody helping out. Oh, you have no brain. Okay. No brain. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. I know what that's like. Yeah. I hope you start feeling better though, hon. That's no good. That's no good. I mean, before I get started, I'm just kind of waiting on somebody because they had brought up a topic. They didn't know it was going to be a topic. So, yeah, so I had put an ad out on Nextdoor, not really an ad, but just saying, hey, folks, this is what we're doing about the Hayworth house and the homeless alcoholics and stuff. And I got people from the community reaching out. I just got off the phone with a young lady. She's younger than me, so that's a young lady, right? Wrong song still. Yeah, I know. But I didn't have a song for no brains. No brain in the membrane. No brain to be insane. Or is that better? You have no physical energy. Well, that's what happens when you go running around on a pink cloud, which is going to be the topic. Hey, Bren, good to see you. Yeah, I didn't have a topic. But yeah, this person is in recovery, not in Alcoholics Anonymous. They don't need to be. No, they're in a different program. It's great. I think that's awesome. I do, because what does it do? Well, it brings another option. It brings another good option. That's what it does. See, God's taking care of us, man. But this person wants to help with the nonprofit and get the business going, and I told her exactly where we're at. So we get to know each other a little bit better and things like that first, because never jump on board with somebody like that. Never do it. Don't do it. Take time to think about what's going on, right? So I'm going to go to Google here. I'm going to say, what does the big book say about the pink cloud? It doesn't call it pink cloud. Yes, people call this pink cloud. The pink cloud term that originated, and although the term is not used in the big book, but it is in there. And how long does it last? Okay, that because God decides that. I've known people. All right, I'm not seeing it in there, but I was going to try and use it from the book. It might even be in the 12 by 12. But no, a pink cloud was just something we tagged to it. But it is in there. It talks about being elated, and that we should keep that. I think it's around step 10 that it says it, but we should be sure that our feet are firmly placed on the ground. So but it doesn't repeat. So anyway, I'm going to share my experience on this. The pink cloud is different for everyone. So, and other experiences are great. Number one, pink clouds. It is a sign. Sawyer, come here. Come here, Sawyer. Come here, Sawyer. Come here. There's a couple of things happen. Okay, some things need to happen in order for the pink cloud to happen. Number one, the alcohol has got to be all the way out of our system, and that can take up to 28 days. Ounce an hour for normal people. Come here. Do you want love, or do you just want to fuck around, dude? I know you want love, but I wasn't calling you. Come here. It's one of those cats where it's like, pet me, pet me. Oh, you're gonna pet me? Come here, run. He's just he was abused, and I take very good care of him, and I get it. He wants my attention. So the hooch needs to be all the way out of our system. The next thing that happens, a good night's sleep. You haven't had a good night's sleep in years. How long have you been drinking? 20 years. You haven't had a good night's sleep in 20 fucking years. Here's why. Okay. Talks about it a little bit in the doctor's opinion. Okay. Let's just go to it then. If it talks about it in the doctor's opinion, because I'm going to use a big book for any reason that I can, right? Because there's people learning, and I tend to forget that just because Dion has it memorized doesn't mean everybody else does. Okay. Men and women drink essentially because they like the effect produced by alcohol. The sensation is so elusive, while they admit it is injurious, they cannot, after a time, differentiate the true from the false. To them, their alcoholic life seems the only normal one. Couple of reasons for that. Number one, you were told what an alcoholic was before you even knew what an alcoholic really was, and you were told certain things. I'm not sure. I was told that they live on Skid Row. They drink out of paper bags, and they will stab you and take your money. That's what I was told by the Mormon Church. Yeah, because I was in Boy Scouts. I didn't say I was a good Boy Scout. I just said I was a Boy Scout. Right. Okay. So it takes 20 and the thought. So you got what happened was when you drink, and this is true for anybody, when you drink, you don't dream. You know about that, right? You might or might not. So I know Amber does, because I've said this a million times to her, and I think I've heard her say, I don't know. I don't remember. I don't want to speak for you. I'm sorry. When you drink, you don't dream. When you don't dream, you don't REM. When you don't REM, you go crazy. Go look up what happens to you with 72 hours of no sleep. Okay. Now, this gets accumulated second by second, minute by minute. Just like our alcoholism progresses, so does that sleep deprivation. So it's not just the alcohol, it's also the fact that we can't think straight. So alcohol also interferes with the blood flow to the brain. Now that you have no alcohol in you, you become an airhead. This is all physical stuff that is now coming back, and it's an exciting time. Okay. Now what else is happening? Well, the third step promises are happening. Some of the ninth step promises are happening. Yeah. You don't dream, you're not REMing. Right? It isn't the same as staying awake for 72 hours. Remember, it's by microseconds and stuff. But when you do that for 10 years, gosh, that adds up to days. Okay? See? The little things kill in that situation. You've been alleviated. You have been alleviated of the obsession to drink. And what that has done, it has given you a freedom that you've never experienced before. Okay. Friends on a pink cloud. And I want you to enjoy the fuck out of it. Enjoy it. The people that say, well, this too shall pass, which it will, are dicks. You know what it means? It means that they had an expectation on their pink cloud and they didn't get what they wanted because they were expecting something. See? Will you be able to do a pink cloud again? If something new happens, yes. See, it's a newness. It's the same feeling you got when you rode that roller coaster for the very first time. The second time, it wasn't the same, was it? Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. You relapse and go back out, that new feeling for the pink cloud ain't going to happen. You already experienced it once. You can't experience it again. If you relapse and go back out again and for a period of time and come back, you may not get your pink cloud. I did not get one this time around because I had already experienced that elation. Now that we could just go to the promises for that. Like what? What, Brent? What are some really what is a neat thing that happened that you didn't suspect? I'm curious. I am. While you're doing that, we're gonna do third step promises, and then we're gonna do ninth step promises. And this should answer what's going on. Okay. Now, of course, I do have to say, I'm not going to say this too shall pass, but it is going to end. So I try and make it kind of funny. It is the same thing like you remember when you were younger and your parents told you, nap while you can. It's the same thing. Enjoy it while you can, but enjoy the fuck out of it. Do it. Just don't go running around buttonholing everybody with spirituality. But yeah, be in a good mood. If you're in a good mood, fuck yeah. I've known some people who's they said, this is what they said, I believe them, that their pink clouds lasted for a very long time. I don't know about years. When somebody tells me I've been on a pink cloud for 2 years, I think of Robin Williams. I do. He was on his pink cloud for years too, wasn't he? No, it wasn't drugs. He was over 30 years sober when he died. Yeah, he was in recovery. All right. Yeah. Step 3 promises. When we sincerely took such a position, all sorts of remarkable things followed. What did Brian just say? Things are happening I never suspected. That's the same thing. It's the same thing. Right out of the big book. We had a new employer being all powerful. He provided what we needed. Yeah, I noticed that somebody had disappeared and I didn't think it was Bren, so I figured you were driving. Not only that, but it's almost 4:30, so. All right. This is one of the unsuspected things that happened for Bren. Hearing people's words that I heard over and over again and never understood what they were saying because it wasn't what I wanted to hear to heal. Yeah, but respond instead of reacting. Yeah, this is freedom. This is freedom from the bondage of ourselves. It is very much the third step promises. Now listen to what you said and what it says. He provided what we needed. See, now we know what we need. We're not asking for our wants anymore. We're asking what we need. He provided what if we kept close to him and performed his work well. What's performing his work well? I'll tell you what it is. You respond instead of reacting. Yeah. Yep. Insanity. Yep. Absolutely. We're becoming a little more sane. Yeah. Well, you want to know why? And none of this is original. The steps, everything else is all stolen. Yeah, it is. We call this the Bible for dummies. Sometimes you'll be talking to a non-alcoholic person who is not an alcoholic, and they will say, I'll keep it simple. Do this, do that, right? What is that? That's AA infiltrating the community. You bet your ass. There are whole companies that base what we do, what they do. You bet. I want to see what Amber had to say about this. The pink cloud for me was a relief. I started to feel when I accepted there was a solution and it could be simple if I made it simple. Yeah. Yeah. See, napping. These are good things. These are things your body needs rest, man. Yeah. You're not, I call it not as crazy. I'm still crazy. Right situation. Oh, yeah, it'll come out. You bet. But now I'm more like a fun, good crazy. Or I tell people, yeah, I'm crazy. I'm crazy for God. Crazy for AA. Crazy for helping. Crazy for feeling so blue. All right. Established on such a footing, we became less and less interested in ourselves and our little plans and designs. See, it's part of it. You're no longer feeding the wrong wolf. We all got two wolves, good wolf and a bad wolf. You know which one wins? The one you feed. Yeah. Someone called it in the AA Bible the other day in a meeting. They had 6 days. I'm like, whatever floats your boat, I'm going to call it the big book and leave the Bible out of it. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't go as far to call it the AA Bible. That sounds way too religion-y, you know. So you know what? If that's, and because I notice these things, Amber, when I said that, is that what kind of came into your head? And it's okay if it is, because if it is, I'm going to stop saying it. Because if it's going to turn people off, I don't want to do that. So please let me know. Okay. Because I could just as much say it's the Book of Mormons for dummies, right? Yeah. Yeah. Mine aren't wolves, they're skinwalkers. I've been listening to horror stories. Hey, whatever floats your boat, dude. I'm fine with skinwalkers. I listen to horror stories when I go to bed. All right. And this is the exciting part in what Brennan's going through right now. You may not know this, but you're going through this right now. More and more, we became interested in seeing what we could contribute to life. We'll talk about skinwalkers in a second. No, alcoholics are not dummies. We are not. Actually, most of us are highly intelligent, which is not a good thing. Okay. No, I'm just asking I didn't think you were offended at all. What I was asking is when I said this is the Bible for dummies, do you think that might be turning some people off to what I'm saying? That's probably the better way to ask the question. I'm curious, okay? Because I'm working on my leadership, and that means giving people direction, but it also means understanding and saying it the correct way. See, there it is. And that right there, if you go back, if we kept close to him and performed his work well, there it is. See, you're doing that. That's why this is happening. What this is a physical representation of a spiritual program for you now. Okay. Now you found God. That's what happened. You have a new power. You have a new power. Your willpower is now, it's still there, but you ain't using it. You don't need to. You don't need it. You've been lifted of the obsession. Yeah, sure. Yeah. More and more we became, as we felt new power flow in, as we enjoyed peace of mind. Yeah, your head finally shuts the fuck up. That's what it was for me. Not always, but for a good portion. My brain doesn't race in elation or anything else anymore, as much anymore, right? So what does that give me? Well, it gives me peace of mind. What is that? Well, it's serenity. What else is peace of mind? Not being insane. That's the exact definition of sane. Before I knew about the steps being created from the Oxford group, hearing anything in the Bible would have turned me off. Some people will also relate to that. Okay. That's what I thought. So thank you for that. That's why I love my friends, because you're honest with me. And I'm telling you, I want the honest fucking answer. I don't want people blowing smoke. Oh yeah. But if you're like, yeah, people might do that. So yeah, I need to figure out a different way. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a challenge in my life to be better. After 6 invasive urge surgeries in 2 years, I'm more in tune with my body than the average. But yeah, going through all of that, you need to learn about you, don't you? And not only have you been learning about yourself that way, but spiritually. Okay. So we go through things physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. There's 4 of them, not 3. Yeah, I knew, and I kind of figured that's what you were saying, but I want to keep it even for everybody. Like I'm trying to think of the one for like Hinduism, was like the Roshan or something. I don't know. I should just keep my mouth shut on this. See, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. So, see, maybe I'm pushing it. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and work on changing it so it's more even. I don't know. We'll see. I'm just trying to be a better person. That's all. Here's some new stuff. As we discovered we could face life successfully. I thought I was fucked for the rest of this life. I did. That's why I wanted me dead. Because I thought I was screwed. God gave me a very good life. And I took a dump on it. A big old steamy brown dump. So it was good to know that I could come back and face life successfully again. Yeah. I will get to that advocating here. We began to lose our fear of today, tomorrow, and the hereafter. We were reborn, man. We'll just call it the solution for dummies. The way that I got it, I'm just going to assume that people know. There used to be these books, computers for dummies, writing for dummies, reading for, I'm just making shit up, right? Learn how to use your cell phone for dummies, and that's where it came from. So it was kind of a spin-off of that. So, all right. So advocating, well, I'm going over to the 9th step promises here. Yes, advocate for yourself. Let's say you have a doctor and they're not listening. Fucking fire them. I don't know why this one's popping into my head, but I was having gallbladder surgery. Where are the 9th step promises? It's into action. But I had surgery, and at that time, I was on 120 milligrams of Cymbalta, which is a lot. That's a lot. And the first full day I was there, I said, hey, can you, I need my meds. Because they gave me my other meds. I'm like, where's my Cymbalta? And they gave me none, which is 0. And yeah. And I said, okay, you guys better get my meds to me today. But it's tomorrow. You're going to have to deal with a different Dion. I'm telling you. Next morning came. They're like, yeah, we just don't understand. I'm like, I've been sitting here for 24 hours and you could have asked me at any time. I pulled in my nurse, my charge nurse, and the doctor, and I yelled at them for 15 fucking minutes. I got my Cymbalta. Because I told them, I said, my wife will go to the house and bring it back, and I will take it anyway. I don't think you understand. I told you I'm on 120 milligrams. You could have fucking asked me. Did I advocate? Yes, I advocated. Because I told them, you will have a different Dion on your hands. That's a warning. Okay. part of advocating is knowing how fucking dangerous you are and pulling it back. I do it often. And you know what people say to me? I love your passion. That means you're crazy. I love your passion, Dion. It's the way they say it. It's not hard for me to figure out. Because part of it is this: I can feel your emotions. So I know if you're lying to me. Because I'll get a certain emotion from you. And that emotion, when people say that, is a put off. So I don't know. Now we're gonna get to the 9th step promises. So yes, advocate for yourself. Hey, you know what? I don't think this is right. And start it this way. I feel the need to advocate for myself. Do it. Yeah. I want to make, yep, they said we will take the right and watch the left. I didn't laugh because I didn't quite get it. And I think I'm missing something. But you need to remember, I may have said something 20 seconds ago and I will not remember. I won't because I'm not thinking. I open my mouth and shit spews out. Oh, there we go. I said, absolutely not. Take both. And I guess that's what left. Okay. All right. Said, absolutely not. Take both. And guess what left had the devil do? What is BC? I don't know what BC is. British Columbia. That's what comes to my mind. So I just want to make sure that you're being understood. If we are painstaking about this phase of our development, we will be amazed before we are halfway through. Okay. It's going to be halfway through the steps. Some people will tell you it's halfway through the 9th step. But when is the halfway through the 9th step? Because you are going to be doing this the rest of your life. Right. Okay. Thank you. All right. That now it makes sense. Thank you. Hey, Daryl. Good to see you. This is what she meant to say. Yeah, because Dion doesn't have lady parts, so I didn't understand the BC. Yes, correct. Let's not get started on that because, otherwise we're going to be talking about, I forgot the people that help you have babies. When I said I'm not one, I can't be one, Yes, there it was. See, you were ahead of me. Yeah, they do, Daryl. Yeah. Hey. Let's just stay with a joke. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. Brad. There it is. See, you're probably more than halfway through. I don't know. I don't even know how much time you have. You just told me I'm on a pink cloud, so I'm talking on it. And I don't mean to be picking on you. So, but that's what you're going through. You're knowing a new freedom and a new happiness. We will not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. My past is of infinite value to some people. So is yours. Except now we call it experience, strength, and hope. I'll tell you how it came up. I was probably talking about lanes, and I was probably talking about, I'm just going to use an example. People talking about drugs in AA meetings. Okay. Or how let's do that a different way. Let's say I have a client. Let's just make up a story. Dion has a client and they're really into drugs, but Dion really only knows alcohol. Well, Dion's going to try and find somebody that fits that because I am not the alpha omega. And what I did is sometimes I use pregnancy because it's black and white. You're either pregnant or you're not. But, it was probably along the lines of, would you want a recovery coach that's 23 years old? Just like I wouldn't make a good midwife. Now, would I? I've never given birth. I don't know what it means. I don't understand the pain. So I wouldn't be a very good one, would I? There we go. about being in our lane. That's why it came up. And no, Dion is not a midwife, and I don't want to be one. You do 1 year, 3 months, 1 day. We need to get you on the podcast then. All right. Then we're gonna wait. Well, actually, Bram, we'll do this. You let me know when you're ready to tell your story on the podcast, and we'll just do it that way. Because I'm not going anywhere, and the offer will always stand. We will comprehend the word serenity, and we will know peace. No matter how far down the scale we've gone, we will see how our experience can benefit others. I find that line to be an oxymoron, and here is why. Because the further you've gone down, the more you can go up, and the more you can help. See, I'm able to help a little bit more because I'm diagnosed with PTSD and anxiety and depression and stuff. I've been through it. I'm able to do certain things because of that, right? Yes, I am. So that's not really true in my mind. Okay. What they're saying, though, is it doesn't matter how bad you are, you can help other people. I think that's what they're trying to say, that your experience can benefit. Well, the more experience you have, the more, right? That really becomes situational, I think. So that feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. That was a big one for me. I think that's a big one I don't know about women, but I know it's a big one for men. Because when we're alcoholic, we feel useless. That's why I wanted to die. I wasn't worth anything. I had no value. I was not helping anybody, including my wife. I was useless. I had no direction, which is like the worst thing you can be. We will lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Slip, slide, and away. You know, the further your destination, the more you slip, slide, and away. That's not in the book. It's a Paul Simon song. All right. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Did you? Nice. Meditation's, there again, it's for the person. It's hard for me to sit there and do nothing for 10 minutes. I have to distract my brain with something else. That's where I'm at. I'm getting better. So, fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. And here's a good one too. We will intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. These are little miracles that happen in our life. And then they add up. They add up to a success. And then what happens at the end of the day, and you get those dividends, right? You can call it that too. Yes, you can. We will suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. And that's just not the drink. That's not just the obsession of the drinking. But gosh, isn't that a great start? That perfect release. There will be no other release like it. Okay, because there's a process, and the process is get rid of the hooch, kill off you, and find the new one. That's the process. But in between those things is work. Is work. Right? I had to understand that there were two people living in my fucking head. Right? Did you ever listen to Dr. Demento? There's this song called Split Level Head. And it would say, I'm happy to be living in a split level head. And it's something I used a lot. People are like, you're crazy. I'm like, I know, I've embraced my insanity. I love it. We get along great. Those are the things that I would say. Why would I say them? So you left me the fuck alone. Oh, you want crazy? I can give you don't call me crazy. I will show you crazy. Not anymore. Because what happens after that? Well, 72-hour hold. No, thank you. Nope. So the pink cloud, number one, it's necessary, I think. And enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. You know, and this may not even be the pink cloud. Maybe you're just having a good fucking day, and there's nothing wrong with that either. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Yeah. So, because if you enjoy this good day, then when you have a bad day, it'll be a little bit better because you had a good day before. You see how that adds? It adds to it. Right? That's what happens to me anyway. This has been a very long day. Yeah. This is not a black or white world. Now I'm pulling a live song. It's called The Beauty of Gray. It's a beautiful song. The only really black and white thing in AA is this. God either is or he isn't. That's about the only black and white thing in AA. The other one is you're either sober or you're not, because really, but there are not many black and whites in AA, because otherwise it wouldn't be a suggestion, and then nobody would really want to take it, would they? Yeah. All right. Rain, Main, Eminem. Because I ain't got no legs. Here we go again. All right. Oh. All right. Well, we're going to let Amber go back to listening to horror stories and her skinwalkers. I was going to go play Hogwarts Legacy, but I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to work for another hour and do that. Yeah. Absolutely, Brian. I was getting ready to go live anyway, and so I appreciate the topic. Let me tell you something. Nothing, absolutely nothing, fucking nothing happens in God's world by mistake, period. Oh, Bren, so nice of you. Here's one leg for you to stand on. Man, I don't even have a leg to stand on. Right. Yeah, I know. I just couldn't remember the words. I came home and because even with my kids, when I leave, I'm like, I'm leaving. I'll be back. When I get back, I'm like, guess I'm back. Guess who's back? No, I can't do too much singing here or my video gets cut. Just on Facebook though. Fuck Facebook. They suck. Right. Heads up. I haven't done anything in the Trudging Together group, and I'm probably going to shut it down. I don't see any reason for it. I really don't. I think it served its purpose, and I don't really do much on Facebook anymore. So I may shut it down because it's not doing anything. So who knows? I don't know. Just a thought. All right, I'm gonna go. Thank you everybody for being here. I appreciate it. I love you. Yeah, I can do it all here because I don't have teeth. I love you. There you go. I ain't gonna do that on camera ever again. Okay, I'm Virgo and I'm a little vain. Just a little. I am. And I'm very vain about my teeth. I used to speak with my mouth wide open, but notice you hardly ever see my top teeth. No. I also don't put my head backwards. I'll meditate on it. Good idea. The group or my teeth? I'm waiting on a lump sum of money from a car accident we were in, and I'm going to replace them. They're like, we're going to give you 10 to... Why did my phone start talking about stuff with teeth? All right. Thank you, everybody. I love you. Peace out.